Yo, what is up, my people? Bring you guys another Peach tutorial video. And this one we're gonna be looking over Peach's Dair. Now I have not looked over her moves since the release of the game, so I'm gonna do like a short series of it. And Peach's Dair in particular, I wanted to get out the way first because this is a move that is costing Peach players a lot of matches. Like a lot of people love doing this, and they're getting punished for it. Like the Peach players of today and the way her metagame is, it seems to revolve around that. And then Peach players end up losing, and then they think Peach can't do anything about it. And then I'm hearing people saying like, oh, this matchup sucks for Peach, this and that. And like for example, with Meta Knight Peach versus Meta Knight, people think that Meta Knight destroys Peach, which is complete bullshit. There isn't a single Peach that knows how to fight MK properly, and I am saying that with the highest level of freaking confidence. No Peach player knows how to fight MK. No MK knows how Peach is supposed to fight MK. And because of that, they think that the matchup is in MK's favor heavily, which is complete bullshit. I'll say that shit to any top level player. Any player that thinks that Meta Knight destroys Peach is bullshit. It's complete bullshit. And this stuff right here, this floating there and whatnot, I always say is not a thing. It is not a thing at all. It isn't. But Peach players do that, they leave themselves open, and then I gotta hear shit like this. So, I'm going to be showing you guys how to effectively use this move. Now, before I do that, let's go over why the way Peach players use this move is bad. People focus a lot about the good, but they never keep in mind of the bad. They have to protect the bad in order to abuse the good. So, one thing Peach players like to do is this. You see what Toon Link is? See what Peach is? Peach is over here, Toon Link is over there, and then they do this. This is bad for several reasons. One, if I am here doing this Toon Link, you think the player is not going to be ready for that? Like, they can see it. And three things are going to happen. One, I'm going to get anti-aired. Two, the opponent is going to roll out the way. Right? They're going to roll out the way by the time I get to him. Three, what a smart player would do is, if they want to play a guessing game in terms of when Peach is going to come down, what they should do is, one, don't try to chase her, don't attack her. They just stay near her. Stay near her out of her attack range. Because if I was to come down swinging like this, that's a punish. Even if I came down like this, and I'm not that close, Toon Link, he can follow me, and if I try to push a panic button while he's out of attack range, he's going to punish him. If I try to move to get some space, he should be following me. Follow me to a point where now I'm near the ledge. I basically gave him stage control. Because I couldn't get in for whatever reason. I'm trying to get some space to either get a turn up or whatever. And the player, he followed me, and now look. I gave him stage control, I'm near the ledge. And feeling he got all the space in the world. I'm pretty much fucked. This is what people should be doing when Peaches are daring and they don't know how to punish it effectively, playing dangerous guessing games. Just follow her and stay close to her but out of her attack range. So if she swings, she's fucked. That's basically it. She's literally fucked. But players don't do that, and then when I see high level players losing to this type of stuff, it's because they're not doing that. They're playing dangerous guessing games, they're trying to challenge her for it, and then they just moving into shit. And then people think it's a thing, which is not. So, those are the bad things about it, alright? Those stuff right there. Also, not that fast in the air. This has no range. This is slow. This is not doing anything. Even though 6 frames, the range is not all that. She's not doing anything. And this right here, she's open for the waist up. So, doing this, no. Again, you're left open. You give up neutral, like whatever neutral you could have possibly had, or chances to get close to your opponent, this is not doing anything. For the reason I just explained. Now, with that out the way, let me show you ways to effectively use this move. If you're going to Dair, you have two ways of doing it. One, short hop Dair, which is how I like doing it. I'll explain why in a second. Short hop Dair, or floating Dair. Now, when would you do this? You would do this for two things. One, depending on the character, if your opponent is throwing out grounded moves that cannot hit you while you're floating or short hopping, like in this case Morph, Lucina, they got jabs where they can just hit you out there. They're really good anti-airs. But outside of that, if they're doing grounded attacks trying to grab you, then you can do this to evade it, or you can do this to evade it. Those are the scenarios when you can do short hop or floating Dair. Now I like to do short hop Dairs a lot if I know the opponent's gonna come at me or they're at a neutral state and I'm, just get close, because I can do this, right? Like I can land. So if they block, let's say Tooling blocks this, I get free pressure on shield. So if he blocks this, I fade back, and I get it down to block, fade back. Oops. Okay, so it leads to good pressure if they block. Now if they don't block, I get a follow-up. See that? So that's why I like using short hop Dair more than floating. The only time I will float is if the opponent's on shield, which I'm about to talk about shields in a minute. So yeah, you short hop Dair, I like it because I can float out of it. Also, if I want to add to shield pressure, I can short hop Dair, so floating there, and let's say they shield both of them. Oops, hold on. Do both, I space that, and then I get it down to. So it's good pressure. So there's a lot of variety that I can do with short hop Dair, and I'm not committed as much. So that's why I actually like using it. Now, if your opponent's on shield, then you could, do this, because if they're gonna wait for the nair, right, and they wanna wait for the nair to the typical double jab and then punish you. Like, okay, you're gonna wait for the nair. All right, so I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this again to eat your shield, and then I'll probably land on top of you, move out the way, or I'll do this and then probably something like that. Whatever mix up based on how your opponent likes to react to your pressure. And another thing is, with Peach's Dair, a lot of people at times they tend to do a floating Dair out of shield. That's not a thing either, because depending on the attack, which a lot of moves on shield, if you try to do this, the opponent can just move out the way. Like when I see Peach play fight Meta Knight and Meta Knight dash attacks their shield, they tend to do this out of shield. No. That is not a thing either. That is not a thing. Because the opponent can either throw out a quick move and then punish you for it, or they can just move out the way. And if they move out the way, roll out the way, whatever, and you do this, you pretty much left yourself open. And then against a floating Peach, what they should be doing is what I explained at the beginning of the video. The only time you would want to float / short hop Dair out of shield is if the opponent attacks your shield and they start blocking. If they do that, then you can do this, or you can do this, because they basically just gave you free shield pressure. So if you see this common action, then you do that. Other than that, don't do this, because that can leave you open and it's not going to get you anywhere. So don't do that. Now, actually two more things. If you hit your opponent and they get a hard knockdown, you can actually catch it with a Dair if they don't tap. Okay? So let me do a simple combo right quick, right? Do a combo. Let me see. For example, I don't know. If I did this, did this. Hit them. Ah. See? Even though that wasn't a combo, but just for the sake of an example, like if you were like to combo somebody or you get a hard hit and they don't tech, a Dair could catch it if you're close enough. Alright, so I like low percent a Dair could catch it. Dair can catch it. So if somebody doesn't tech or they tech in place, chase them after a hit, which you should always be doing. Once you hit your opponent, always chase them. Chase them, and then do a Dair on their landing. Like the moment they land and they don't tech, do a Dair. This also can catch neutral techs. Like if they tech in place, they can catch it. Now, depending on certain characters' attacks, like if you're not fast enough and you go near them and you sense they're gonna do a get up attack, what you can do is you can short hop depending on the character, but if you want to be safe, just float over them and then just there. So that way, when they do a neutral get up attack, you can punish them for it. And one more thing, if you were to go for like a 2-frame punish, right? Here. No, not that. I'll just do this. I don't want to make these videos too long. But yeah, you can do this. And you know, the Dair, it'll go right through the stage. But if you want to fake something, like this is good at catching teleport characters who don't have the hitbox on the up B. So like you go for Asgard or whatever, like you grab a turn up, you do something like this, grab the ledge, like that. This right here is really good. So that's another way to use her Dair. And also 2-framing with Peach on the Dair. Gosh. What you want to do is when the opponent is about to up B, you need to throw out the Dair first. You gotta throw it out first before they up B or grab the ledge. See? That's how you 2-frame. I did it too late. Hold on! Woo! Oh my god, I'm so sorry for sneezing, guys. I'm so sorry, but I'm not gonna edit it. But yeah, that's how you 2-frame. So if you're having trouble 2-framing, which I did too at first, and I just realized that man late what exactly I was supposed to do. I forgot. I used to do it and then I forgot. I don't know why. But if you have trouble 2-framing, what you have to do is you gotta throw out the attack first. That's what you do. If you do it like this, then you're not gonna get the hit. So if you're gonna 2-frame with Dair, you have to make sure the attack comes out first. Throw out the Dair so that way they're moving into it. Because Peach's Dair comes out on frame 11. So if you're trying to do it right when they're about to grab the ledge, no, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So yeah, I think that's it. If you guys got any questions about Peach's Dair in particular or whatnot, you can post in the comment section below. Any questions, concerns, whatever, comment section. And yeah, overall, just don't. The way Peach players do theirs, like literally, watch tournament matches of these high-level Peach players people going on about, right? Watch them, and every time you see them do a Dair or whatnot, or over in the air with, you know, whatever stuff, and they get hit, pause it and be like, okay, why did they get hit? Why? Or if they lose a match, overall, think about it, why did they lose a match? Or if it's you, every time you get hit, pause and be like, yo, why the hell did I get hit? Like, what happened? You really need to think about it like that. You really need to think about it. And you will see that all this stuff that I talk about, it really isn't a thing. And people, they just don't know how to punish it properly or deal with it the correct way, as I explained in the beginning of this video. So that's why they get hit, and Peach players, they do okay. Even though they lose, they probably make it close. And because of that, they think it's a thing when it's not. And they were to do what I explained here, they will have much more better results and not leave themselves as open. So with that said, thank you all for watching. I do have a Patreon. That is in the link description below. Of shout outs to my 2 Patreons that are following me. I am so sorry. I'm out of it, guys. But scripted as usually my videos are. And I'm just a little out of it, but thanks to those guys that became Patreons and helping out your boy get out to more tournaments, as well as everybody else supporting the channel. Thanks to my new subscribers that I got to my recent series of videos. Thanks to my veteran subscribers. You guys all together are freaking savages. I do have a Discord, all that stuff, all my social media links are in the description below. So you want to keep it with your boy, hit those up. And with that said, I'll see y'all in the next video. Deuces!